Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at some wonderful news. You see, I've been telling you lately about Snow Hazard and Clayburst. They are it is the most recent double set that came out in Japan, but as I've told you before, when it comes to Pokemon TCG and double sets, well, it literally is a double set. So they are different sets. They have completely different set lists. They come in different booster packs, which come in different booster boxes, but they are released on the same day, in the same places, and it is designed as a double set, but they are technically separate sets. And I've been telling you that Clayburst has, for want of a better phrase, gotten dumb. And a large part of the reason is Iono. Clayburst is the half of the double set that has Iono in, both the full art and the special illustration rare, and that's basically, gotten a bit silly. Incidentally, I am using a European language, I want to say German scan of the special illustration rare, just because it's the best quality scan that's been made available. We are talking about the Japanese set today. They come along in Clayburst. And when it comes to Clayburst, these are the two Iono cards, they are extremely expensive. As it stands at the moment, the special illustration rare has dropped down to 164,000 yen. Now, I am not going to be picking this up anytime soon, because 164,000 yen comes in, and, well, in terms of pounds, we're talking about 965. In terms of dollars, you're talking about 1,215. That is a very, very expensive card. The full art is a more reasonable 44,000 yen, but you're still talking around about £260 or $325. It is an exceedingly expensive card. So these are kind of ridiculous, and that has pushed the price of Clay Hazard up to ridiculous levels. It's quite hard to pick up a box of it right now because everybody wants it because, hey, you might pull an Iono. Although, let's be perfectly clear, your chances of pulling an Iono are actually extremely low because of the whole, they're ridiculously rare. Alright, what's that done to the price of a box over in Japan? Well, the cheapest one over on Amazon is 13,500 yen. Should be about 5.5. That's the RRP. That's very expensive. As I've told you before, whenever you go on Amazon or anywhere else, there will be a plethora of listings for booster boxes without the shrink wrapping on. Don't trust them. And especially ones that are 30 loose packs. As I've told you before, Japanese packs are extremely weighable. There's no guaranteed holo and there's only 5 cards per pack. So 5 random non-holo cards against 4 non-holo cards and a special illustration rare. There is going to be a noticeable weight difference there. So do not buy loose Japanese packs. Do not buy sets of loose packs. And don't buy unshrink wrap boxes unless you know for a fact that they are trustworthy. It won't go well. So that's your preamble. That's what's been going on with Clayburst up to now. So what am I talking about today and why am I so happy about it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I suggested that they would be, the rumours are true. They are doing it made to order. They are making a made to order Clayburst, and this is wonderful news. Now, they came out the other day and told us that they are going to be restocking both Snow Hazard and Clayburst, and they suggested that they might do it made to order. And I kind of said, look, if they're doing it, if they get to the point where they're saying they might do it made to order, at that point they probably are going to be doing it made to order. I suggested that was probably going to be the case. That is the case, and I am absolutely delighted. And let's be clear, I'm not really giving myself a huge pat on the back here. It was a pretty obvious thing to say, because the fact of the matter is, by the time they've gone, hey, this set is popular enough that we might want to do it made to order, and then actually gone to the effort of announcing that they are doing it made to order, come on, by that point, the decision's basically been made. They only really, and now I can't speak for Pokemon, obviously, but I taught business for many years, and with statements like that, The general rule is, when they put those statements out, they're just seeing if there's a huge amount of pushback. If a whole bunch of people came out and were like, don't bother, we don't need it, focus on this, that, or the other, then people might actually turn around and go, oh, okay, maybe it's not necessary. The fact that nobody did that, obviously, come on, this was always going to be the case. And this is wonderful, because what made to order means is everybody gets one. Everybody that's interested, everybody that cares enough is going to be able to get one. And that is absolutely wonderful. It's making a hard to get set much, much, much easier to get. Although there is a giant caveat here, this is made to order on the Pokemon Center over in Japan. What that means is you're going to need to use a proxy address. Now, for me personally, I have no issues with this. I am fine. As I keep telling you, I use Tenso. That is not an endorsement. This is not a sponsored video. I am not recommending them. I'm not saying you should use them. I'm just saying I picked them and they've been fine. There was one time they lost a parcel, but then they found it and it was all good. I'm not saying you should use them. There are plenty of others available. But every time I mention it, I get questions, so there's your answer. So you will need to use a proxy address. For comparison's sake, shipping to the UK, I got a booster box. It was triple B, it doesn't really matter what the set was. And a Pikachu EX starter deck. I got them sent to my address over in Japan. And to collate those together, i.e. put the two orders into one box nice and neatly, and ship it in about 4-5 days, that cost £30. Which is still much cheaper than buying a box of Clayburst on the secondary market. And like I say, that would have been a bit more expensive because they were shipping the booster box and the starter deck and they had to collate them together. So, sure, you'll pay a little bit for postage and you've got to muck around with a proxy address, but it is a way to get this significantly cheaper. And obviously, if you're over in Japan, then there are no such worries. You just get this and you move on with your life. Jobs are good. And I love this. I think this is absolutely brilliant. Now, Clayburst is not actually up made to order yet. It is going to be going up made to order in the not too distant future. The 11th of May, rather than just giving you some vague thing. Let me just say, it's the 11th of May. That is when it's going up made to order. But because it's made to order, you don't need to jump up immediately and run to go and get this as fast as humanly possible. I'm going to get up and get my kids to school and then kind of casually go on and do it like 9 a.m. UK time when I sit down and start my work. And that's absolutely lovely. So yeah, that's when you need to go on. Now, the page is currently up over on the Pokemon Center, but you can't order it until the 11th of May. From 12:30 to 5 on Monday the 8th. Monday, it was possible to view the product page of information that was partially different from the actual product. Yeah, they put it up early by mistake. Whoopsie. They've gone and fixed it now. It's all good. We are currently preparing to accept orders for the expansion pack, Clayburst. This product cannot be added to the cart until May the 11th, blah, 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 blah. This product is a made-to-order product. It is not sold on a first-come, first-served basis. If many customers order, the delivery time will be determined by lottery. That means ordering early won't necessarily get it early. Being there when lottery goes up, or the made-to-order is not lottery, being there when it goes up doesn't give you an advantage. You're good. And there we go. It's lovely. If you do not receive the item after it has been shipped, we may take strict measures and restrict future use, i.e. if you order it, get it. Limited to 1 box per person. If a duplicate order is discovered or you muck around, etc., you might cancel it. Basically, be nice, only order 1, don't be that person. And it's going to be up from the 11th of May to the 16th of May. It's going to be up for 5 days. And like I say, it is not first come, first served. Not only is it not first come, first served, but also ordering early does not necessarily get it delivered early. And I love this, ladies and gentlemen. This is wonderful. I'm a huge fan. This is brilliant. They have started doing starter decks made to order. They did it with the Pikachu EX deck And they did it with the first lot of starter decks like Fuecoco. The Trainer Lodge merch a little while ago, that was incredibly popular. That was made to order. Now, this actually took a long time to be sent out, but it was finally made to order. And then, weirdly, on Amazon Japan, which was brilliant because Amazon Japan will ship internationally, no proxy address needed, they actually made the Golden Box available, made to order, which was brilliant. They did a similar thing with the Precious Collector Box. That was made to order as well, so there really was kind of no excuse for not getting that at the time. And I love when they do this. Now, they don't always do this, unfortunately. For booster boxes, this is the exception rather than the rule. But they've started doing it for starter decks, and all 4 of the starter decks in the Scarlet and Violet era have been made to order. And they've started doing it for some sought after products. Now they've gone and done it for a booster set which sold out super quickly. This is wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen, because it means that this is probably going to happen more moving forward. It means that scalpers, and unfortunately over in Japan this is an issue because the sets are selling out so quickly, are going to have less and less opportunity to try and take advantage, and everything is just coming up rosy and golden. So there we go. This is wonderful, but now it's over to you guys. Are you going to be picking one of these up? Or are you just happy that this is getting better? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. Oh, and of course, you can get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely Tamlin, who's been a supporter of ours for a while and seems to be a very lovely person, so shout out to them for the support and for the whole being lovely thing. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.